Good afternoon, evening, morning to everyone, wherever you are. Hello, Will, if you're still in the chat. Thanks for showing up. Much appreciated. I'm going to give probably about a 5 or 6 minute kind of introduction here to allow some people to roll in before I start talking about the topic of tonight's discussion. And I'll tell you why we're having a live stream tonight because I hadn't planned on having a live stream until tomorrow. So that live stream is still going to happen. And I will tell you more about that towards the end of this live stream. But real quickly before we get started, just know that I have had, and I hope you have too, a wonderful, wonderful day. It has been nice and relaxing. And hello, DJ from Oklahoma. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. I had a relaxing day. I almost took myself to see a movie, but I think I'll do that tomorrow. One more day before I have to go back to work. Can you believe they make us go back to work on a Friday? I mean, wow, right? Like, who goes back to work on a Friday after vacation? But it is what it is, and no big deal on that. Waiting for a few more people to roll in before I get started down this very, very long pipe of the differences in tourist visas, visas exemptions, and visa extensions. Um, 7 a.m. there. Yes, sir, it is. Sure is. 7 a.m. in Oklahoma. That would be correct. It's 8 a.m. on the East Coast. I just talked to my father, as I usually do every morning, and he's I'm 11 hours ahead of him, so it is what it is. Anyway, we'll get started. So a guy sent me a message, and the guy that sent me the message is a guy that has been part of the super chat family here on this channel. He sent in super chats, and he said, Jeremy, he said, love your channel, have no complaints at all. How was the B? I don't know what that is. The BJ residence. Did you have a look around the hotel? I'm not sure what that means, Brian. And when it says BJ like that, I have to delete the comment, or YouTube won't let me leave it up. So I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about, man. If you can you reword that for me, because I hate deleting people's comments. Hey, Green Army, thanks for coming in, brother. Good to see you just one or tonight as well. But anyway, I had a super chatter, and he said, I don't mind contributing at all to your channel. Love it, love it, love it. But there's some technical questions that I would like for you to answer if you don't mind, and get into detail about them. And I said, sure. What are they? And he said, I would like to know that what the difference is in a tourist visa, a visa exemption, and a visa extension, because I'm so confused on it. And I was like, well, no problem. I'll be more than happy to explain the differences to you. Not an issue at all. Brian, you say soy too. I guess not. You said you checked it out. Soy 2 Hotel? It doesn't ring a bell. I'm not sure. I checked out a lot of hotels while I was there, Brian. I don't want to lie to you, man. I don't want to tell you anything incorrect either. So I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'll get back to you. Maybe you can message me offline, message me on Facebook Messenger or something, and we can figure out exactly what you're talking about. So anyway, the guy that super chats wanted me to have this conversation, and I told him I would. So let me just start with the BJ Rez's Google it. Okay, all right, I'll do that, Brian. No problem. I can do that. Um, Let me just get started down this. It's not really a lengthy discussion. It's just something that needs to be talked about because a lot of people don't understand the differences in the tourist visa, the visa exemption, and the visa extension in Thailand. So here's what happens. Now, if you are not from a Western country, this does not apply to you. So, for example, if you come from India, you can get what's called a visa on arrival. That is an entirely different subject matter than what we're going to be talking about tonight. Entirely different. Okay. If you come from other countries, Africa, possibly even New Zealand, I'm not sure, those are entirely different visas than what we're going to be talking about. This is for Western countries like Australia, America, the UK, Germany, over in that. Yes, Green Army, you're right. I'm going to do my best, my very, very best to clarify this for everyone. So, what happens is if you come from a Western country, excuse me one second while I take a drink of water. If you come from a Western country, you can come here on what's known as a visa exemption. Now, what that means is on arrival, you will get a stamp in your passport for 30 days that is good in the Kingdom of Thailand. In other words, you can legally be here for 30 days with no penalty and be of legal stature, no worries. You are not under any type of visa. You are simply exempt from a visa. That visa exemption is good for 30 days and 30 days only. Now, before that 30 days is up, and as with coming to any Southeast Asian country, you must have an onward ticket. An onward ticket means you need to buy a plane ticket. In my case, I bought a bus ticket. I'm not sure that that's 100% can be done all over the country, but that's what I did. You need to have a ticket that gets you out of the country. So, for example, I bought a bus ticket 20 days after that was scheduled to leave to go to Cambodia 20 days after my arrival. So you need an onward ticket, whether it be a flight, a bus, train, whatever. You need an onward ticket when you come to the country. So you come in, you get the 30-day stamp. Well, you stay here for 15 days and you're like, oh my God, I'm having such a good time. I want to stay a little bit longer. Okay, no problem. Here's where the visa exemption extension comes in. Okay. You can only do this in country, all right? So you go to immigration. I'm not sure you can do it at just any immigration office, but I know you can do it in Bangkok because I did it. So you go to the office, to the immigration office, before your 30 days has expired. I would go on day 27 or 28. You go in and you tell them you would like a 30-day visa exemption extension, and they will give you another 30-day visa exemption. Yes, it is currently 1,900 baht. That's correct. I don't know about paying in U.S. dollars. I paid mine in baht. But so essentially, you can get 60 days in the Kingdom of Thailand. Your visa exemption on arrival is 1,900 baht, and then your extension is 1,900 baht. Okay, so that'll give you a total of 60 days in Thailand, and then you have to leave. Got to go. Or here's your other option. Well, you still have to get out of the country because at this point you have to go out and get some type of visa. I do not live in Pattaya. Yep. I live south of Pattaya, and my rent is 4,000 baht per month with electric and everything. It usually turns into about 5,600, roughly, something like that. So after your visa exemption has expired and after your visa exemption extension has expired, most people will go and get a tourist visa. Okay. You must go to a consulate or embassy outside of Thailand in order to get that tourist visa. That tourist visa will be good for 60 days. And after 60 days, you can apply in country. You can go back to the place in Bangkok and apply in country for another 30-day extension. So you're looking at basically 5 months of total stay in Thailand. Now, how do you get to stay here 6 months? Well, in your home country, and this is the way I suggest everyone do it if you're planning on staying here more than 5 months, okay? In your home country, you apply for a tourist visa. So you will get a 60-day tourist visa from the Thai consulate or embassy of your home country. You fly into Thailand, you have the 60-day tourist visa. At the end of the 60 days, you go get the 30-day extension, okay, from Bangkok. After that 30-day extension, you need to get another tourist visa. Now, you can get, from what I have been told, I am not a lawyer, I'm not an expert. This is just coming from legal people that do visas for a living. All right. They've said that about 2 tourist visas in a row is going to be your maximum, unless you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. So, after your tourist visa is up, your 90 days is up, because essentially what you've got is 60 days from your home country and then 30-day extension from Bangkok. Okay. So you're looking at 90 days total. Now you go out of the country, you make a visa run or a border run, whatever you want to call it. You go out of the country and you go to get another tourist visa. All right, that tourist visa will get you an additional 60 days, and then you'll qualify for one more extension. Now, after that is where things get tricky, because Thai immigration, if you come in and out on too many tourist visas too quickly, they're going to think you're working in the Kingdom of Thailand, okay? And they're going to question you to death at immigration, and they're going to want to know everything about your life, what's going on, the whole 9 yards. So that's why you see these videos that say the end of border runs, the end of this, the end of that, blah, blah, blah. If you notice, the UK embassy just has put out notice that I believe in December the 7th or something like that, they're going to stop giving income affidavits for UK citizens for retirement visas. And the reason for that is liability. They don't want to be liable for false documents. So let's say you've spent 6 months in Thailand, you've used up both your tourist visas, and you want to stay here even longer. Well, you have options. You can get an educational visa for 6 months or 1 year, but you do have to go to school. You can get a volunteer visa, which you also have to have a work permit for. You can get it for 6 months or 1 year. Or 1 year tourist or 1 year volunteer visa will run you between 20 and 35,000 baht, depending on what it is. Hey, Tommy, how are you, man? You can also, if you decide you want to teach maybe, or you decide you want to work somewhere, you can get a non-B immigrant visa. But you will need to go through your company to get that, wherever job you want to get. Or your other option is you can have a law firm such as Integrity Legal, for example. You can have them put you together a non-B package, but you have to do it from your home country. They will put you together a non-B 90-day visa, which will allow you to stay in country 90 days looking for work. Okay. If you find work with the non-B visa, then your company will issue you a work permit, which will be good for whatever duration of contract that you're in. Hey, Don. Don says, hi, Jeremy. You can do this in Pattaya or Chiang Mai. So you pay US $40, 1,900 baht. Yep, that's correct. Figured you could probably do it in Chiang Mai. Didn't know about Pattaya, but the only thing I know for sure is Bangkok. And the only reason I know that with absolute certainty is because that's where I did it. So, yeah, that's the story with that. So, with that being said, guys, does anyone have any questions about the visa situation? Because I would love to hear your answers to the questions, and we can move on to other topics now that I've gotten all that out of the way. And I hope that I've explained that to you in a fashion that you can understand. And I'm not sure if Mr. Richard Holiday is listening or not, or if he's got to the gym yet, or if he's just being lazy. But if you're in the chat, Richard, you could at least say hi. I mean, geez, come on, man. I hope everyone's Wednesday went as well as mine. It was a pretty relaxing day. I did not do a lot today. Mostly just went shopping, got some groceries, needed to catch up on a few things. Did I tell you guys I bought a topper for my mattress? I bought a topper for my mattress, and I slept like a baby last night. I literally slept the best I've ever slept in my entire life, ever. In Thailand. I mean, not like ever in my entire life, but in Thailand, it was awesome. Don C says, this is how I did it. 60-day visa. I will give a 30-day extension. Exactly. exactly. So you got your tourist visa in your home country likely, and then you got here, you got your 60-day visa, and then you got your extension in country. No issues there. Red says great info. Thank you, Red. Appreciate that. Baba says has to be from home country in KL. Don't want to go back just for that. If you want the tourist visa up front, it has to be from your home country. Yes. If you make a visa run, then you can go to uh, like Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, or something like that. Um, but that is after you have your initial either visa exemption extension or your tourist visa, your first tourist visa out of the way. I don't. You would have to. I don't think you can go to another consulate outside of your home country and get your first tourist visa. I am not aware of that. I'm not saying that with 100% accuracy, but I can tell you that that is probably not going to happen. From everything I have heard, read, and seen, you need to get your first tourist visa outside. I mean, in your home country, unless you are planning on coming over on a visa exemption. Tommy says one person won 1.6 billion in South Carolina. I know that, man. I heard my dad just told me that one. The payout on that is going to be between the cash payout is going to be $900 million, and you know he's probably going to get to keep about 500 million of that. Do you have any idea what kind of freaking life you could have with $500 million if you didn't blow it all? Oh my God, that would just be life changing, ultimate experience, and yeah, it would be great. It would be absolutely great. But I heard about that. The good news is, Tommy, Powerball's still out there, man. Don C says, my understanding is you can do 2 bus border runs a year, but fly out visa runs as many as you wish. I'll do the retirement visa being fit. Yeah, you need your retirement visa. You won't have to worry. I've never heard that about the bus border runs and the fly out visas. I'm not sure that there's any difference, because something that most people don't know is when you leave the country and you go to a consulate, and this is a true story, you can look it up. When you go to a consulate or you go to a Thai embassy outside of the country and they issue your tourist visa, just because they issued that tourist visa does not mean the Bureau of Immigration is going to let you back into Thailand. It is entirely 100% at the discretion of the immigration officer that is standing there when you arrive in Thailand. That is a true story, guys. I am not making that up. I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually true. Katie says, how easy is it to open a bank account in Thailand? There are people in this chat that could answer that question better than me, because my bank account was open through my job, so it was not very hard. But I know a good friend of mine just opened up a Thai bank account, and it was not very hard for him at all. He went through some people that knew how to do it, and asked around, got some help, and for him it was I think it was maybe a 2-day process or something like that. It wasn't bad at all. I don't necessarily think you need any super kind of special requirements to open a Thailand bank account. I'm not sure that you can have one on a tourist visa. Paul says same in UK, you can have a visa only to have immigration refusing entry. Yep. So I didn't know that, Paul. That's actually good information. I wasn't aware of that. I'm not sure if it's the same way in the U.S. or not. By the way, you people in the U.S. and U.K. that are thinking about retiring over here, the income affidavits are not going to be accepted from the U.K. beginning, I believe it is December the 7th. I think that's the date. And then the United States is going to follow suit right behind that. So for your retirement visas, you need 800,000 baht at least 3 months in advance in a Thai bank, or you need to be making 65,000 baht per month. For a marriage visa, you need 400,000 baht. I think it's 2 months in advance, 2 or 3 months in advance in a Thai bank, or you need a minimum 40,000 baht a month income. So that's just a little extra added bonus information for people that are thinking about retiring. Now, I am not an expert by any means on retirement visas at all. Personally, myself, if I would have won that lottery, one of the first things I would have done would have been to get an elite visa from for Thailand. That would be pretty cool because the elite visa pretty much allows you to do whatever. I mean, within legal constraints, but allows you to do whatever you want here in Thailand. And it's always um, I met one person that has an elite visa, and they enjoy a lot of perks that most of us don't get to enjoy. That's for sure. So, anything else going on tonight, guys? I didn't intend on this being a very long stream. I didn't intend on more than about 15 people watching, and we got about 26 right now, so that's cool. Um, but if you guys have any other comments, questions, concerns, things you want to hear about, I'm more than happy to talk about it. Clear Grill says, "Hey Jeremy, great info. Thanks. Hey, for your next live walk, can you visit a local temple? Cheers." I'll try. Depends on where my next live walk is. Thank you, sir. Good to hear from you too. Thank you for dropping by. Um, as far as the walking goes, you guys have to remember now the month of October has been a little bit different. Okay, the first 2 weeks of October we finished up classes, and I didn't have a lot to do at school, so I was able to put together quite a bit of content. Then I went to Pattaya, and I was able to put together a lot of content. I'm still able to put out content, and I'm going to try to do so until the end of the month. In fact, I already released a video today talking about 5 survival tips. Larry, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, those $5 super chats, you have no idea how much those add up at the end of the month. I can't say thank you enough, man, to take your hard-earned money and put it in something like this, support me and support the channel. It means the world to me. It really does. I really thank you, Larry. I really do, man. Red, you take care as well. I'm not going anywhere just yet, but man, Larry and his contribution there just made me forget my whole train of thought. Oh, we're talking about walking. So the content in November will come more from the weekends like it used to. Larry, did you just double up, bro? Did you just do it twice? Because it's showing that you just contributed twice. So thank you times 2, my friend. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. It's like the guy that wanted this live stream done was saying. He was like, I have no problem contributing to your channel. There's just certain things I would like to hear about, and he brought up this topic, and I said, sure, no problem. I'll be more than happy to do it. Coconut water on you, 1DR. Absolutely. Thank you so much, my friend. I tremendously appreciate that. I have found some new coconut water here where I live, and it is non-sweetened. It is pure coconut water, and right beside it, they sell pure lemongrass. It is like the best stuff ever. It's so good, and it makes me feel so good. Chris, hello, good evening, you sir. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, one day. What is the 1DIR? Wonder. That's it. Wonder. Gotcha. You're gonna have to keep reminding me of that till I get it. Wonder, thank you so much for the contribution, man. I really appreciate it, because these things do add up like crazy. Oh, Will, you the man, dude. Is there a significance to the 777, or is that just something special from you? I appreciate it though, Will. And don't worry, brother. I hadn't forgot about you. Don't worry about that at all. Thank you so much as well. What I was telling the guys is these little super chats, man, they add up to be tremendous. When it's all said and done at the end of the month, they really help. Let's see what else we got here. Bye. Where are you from? North Carolina. Had a buddy from Beaumont, Texas. He did the first trip, fell in love, went home, sold everything, been there several years. I hear that story a lot, man. I hear that story a whole lot. People do that, and they pick up their stuff from home, and they come back, and or they go back home, and then they come back and they stay forever. So again, I want to say a big thank you to you guys that just contributed to the channel with via the super chat. You have no idea how far that money goes. It's much appreciated, and really helps with the content. Paul says lemongrass is a good anti-mosquito solution. I did not know that, Paul. Thank you for the information. Simmer it in water for 20 minutes, then dilute it into bottles. There are two types of lemongrass. So talking about the roadside type, not the herb. I think this is the herb. Yeah, this is herb because it says herb on the whatchamacallit. Yeah, sorry, I just got a message on the phone. Yeah, it says herb. It says Cupid herb lemongrass drink. So I don't know exactly what that means, Paul, but I would assume that would be the drink stuff. Larry says, don't know if you were in full English, if you were in the full English breakfast at all, but if you are, you should check out the Pig and Whistle on Soy 7. I certainly will. And Larry, I'm not sure if you're the person that gave me the address of the breakfast place I should try, but with all the sickness that was going on, I could not eat breakfast, bro. But the next time I go to Pattaya, it's still on my schedule that I made before I left. So I am like pumped. I mean, super pumped about going to eat that breakfast because it looked really good. I'm not sure if that came from you or not, but either way, I'm definitely going to go out there and check out that breakfast place. It was on my, let me see, let me pull it up real quick here for you guys so I can tell you about what the name of the breakfast place was, if I can find it real quick. Let's see. So we had Lighthouse Cafe 157 Soy Boons Ampan Pattaya. Anybody heard of that? Lighthouse Cafe 157 Soy Boon Sampan Pattaya. I don't know if you guys have heard of that or not, but it was suggested to me to go eat there. Retox 99 baht. You know, if you're talking about Retox on Soy Lanky, I ate at Bronx Pizza right beside it several times, Larry, and Retox looks pretty good as well. Chris, you think the breakfast place is on the dark side? Is that what you're saying? That's probably what you're saying. I'm pretty sure that's what you're saying. Yeah, I have to check that out. In fact, Chris, maybe me and you can go get breakfast on the next time I'm there, which will be the first weekend in November. By the way, guys, as I've told you before, I'll be there every weekend in November. Just remember that content will be limited to mostly live streams through the week. And on the weekends, I'll be shooting other videos, and I'm gonna do some how-to videos. And you know, the video that I just shot, that I just released, is my 5 like survival tips for Thailand. I encourage you guys that are thinking about coming to watch that video. It's packed full of some really good information. Ben says, how's the pizza there? Bronx Pizza is the best pizza I have had in Thailand. I love Bronx Pizza. I love the guy that owns it. Super nice guy. Got to know him pretty well. He's from Jersey, so you know he knows how to make pizza, man. I mean, it is really good. Tommy says, don't forget Robin Hood for Sunday brunch. That's a good point, Tommy. You need to message me while I'm in Pattaya on Saturday so I can put that, like next Saturday, so I can put that in my reminders for sure. Larry says, Retox on Linky has breakfast. Yeah, okay, for 99 baht. That is awesome, dude. I'm gonna check that out for sure. Thanks, Larry. I really appreciate the info there. I didn't know they served breakfast. I thought they were a like a night only kind of spot. John, what's up? Hey, good to see you, man. Appreciate you commenting on the videos earlier, and thank you for watching, tuning in, being a part of. I always appreciate you guys coming by. Robin Hood Cavalry is great. Have to check that out, Larry. Paul says, type this into YouTube and it will show a vid on how to prepare and the type you need to use. DIY cheap lemongrass repellent. Oh, okay. You're talking about for the mosquitoes. I got you, Paul. Okay, good deal. Chris says the best brunch I have ever had in Pattaya is Cafe Pascal. Pricey compared to others, but great selection. Is that a French place? Because the other Steve-O, he took me to a French place. Is that place French, Chris? I'm not sure. Retox never closes 24/7. Did not know that. See, I'm learning every day. You guys teach me, and I try to provide all the information I can for you. And then we build a community, and it's just great. And by the way, John and Tommy and a couple of other guys, if you are interested in joining the Facebook group that we have, it's a very small Facebook group. It's close knit. It's with a lot of people that are in this chat right now, but we have a good time in there, and we post a few things that we definitely wouldn't post on YouTube. If you're interested in being a part of that, please let me know via Facebook Messenger. Okay, Chris says no, it's Swiss. Well, maybe we'll try that one, Chris. The Thai owner was a cook in Switzerland, I believe, or another European country. But the Swiss, from what I understand, Swiss people can cook, and I know Europeans make some great food. So I would definitely be interested in trying that out for sure. That would be freaking awesome. I'm always interested in that's the thing about Pattaya. People just think Pattaya is about one thing and one thing only, and it's not. There's so many good places to eat in Pattaya. There's just so many good places, and the night market. Okay, for those of you that don't know, Chris and his wife took me to a night market where I talked about. You guys remember me talking about the chicken. That market is full of all kinds of good stuff, all kinds of great food, all kinds of clothes and shops and malls and everything else. There's so much to do in Pattaya. It's awesome. Wonder says, see, I got it right, Wonder. You like that, right? Do it yourself cheap lemongrass repellent in Google brings up several DIY videos. I will look that up, guys, because the only thing that I have left for mosquito repellent is off, and that stuff doesn't really work that good. Plus, it's not that healthy for your skin, really. So, I can't really say that that it's something I want to continue to use on a regular basis. I did bring some DEET over with me when I came, but I ran out of that in the Philippines, unfortunately. Chris says therapist night market Friday to Sunday from 5 p.m. until about midnight. Yep, that's the one. And we had a great time that night. Chris was just getting over a cold. In fact, that was the first time I met him, but he and his wife were just super, super, what's the word I'm looking for? Full of hospitality. They were just great. Absolutely great. Larry says, I heard there's a great new pizza joint at the Terminal 21 food court. Might be, man. Might be. I don't know. I did a live video from there, Larry, on opening day. I'm not sure that I went entirely through the pizza court though. So, excuse me, through the food court. So I may have missed that. Yeah, Craig, don't be sorry about being sick, man. Dude, we already talked about it. You basically saved my life last weekend because I was bad, man. So I completely understand. Paul says DEET can cause health issues with prolonged use. So good job you ran out. Yeah, I heard that about that, Paul. I heard DEET was they used it a lot back in the 50s to get rid of mosquitoes. They used to spray it in the trucks and go up and down roads in America and to help with the cutting down on the mosquito population. And one of the things there was um, the cancer that came with it afterwards. DEET was causing certain types of cancer in people. I can't remember what kind it was, but they kind of outlawed DEET in the in America anyway, or for that type of use. They still sell it for outdoorsmen and for other uses, but they don't sell it for big, prolonged things. Like they don't put it on the back of trucks and spray the sides of roads or spray swamps with it or anything like that anymore because it is very dangerous and it's definitely not something I'm into. So For those of you that were curious, I did handle all the administrative work that I can handle here. I'll be handling the rest of it in Bangkok next week, and that should solve any issues, um, at least here in Thailand. And it just makes for that much more of a peaceful life. I talked about on my video how gracious the Bureau of Immigration, the people at BI were today. I cannot say enough good stuff about, number one, the local cops that I know here where I live. And I cannot say enough good stuff about the people at the Bureau of Immigration. They really fancy you if you have a work permit, specifically if you're a teacher. They tend to hold you at a higher regard. I had no idea that was the case until recently. And I guess these guys think, you're teaching our kids, you're doing this, you're doing that. So we're going to make sure we give you as much attention as possible. They were absolutely wonderful to work with. I have yet to have a bad experience with I've seen the tourist police, I've seen local police in Bangkok, and I've seen local police where I live now. I've been to several BI offices, and I've been to one Thai consulate, and have never had a problem with anybody at any of those places. So for all the horror stories that are out there, guys, I just want you to know there are still some good things that go on. And there are still some very good people out there that can assist you in these things. Now, of course, there are some bad ones as well, but I personally have not experienced that. I see Chris is talking to Larry. Says one person on my Facebook commented that the Italian, I can't pronounce that word, in Terminal 21 Tokyo level is supposed to be really good. Seen a few pizza places when I did a walkthrough with the wife. I probably need to check that out. I know I went to the Tokyo level, but I'm not sure that I passed by. Well, I really can't remember, to be honest with you. To be totally honest with you, but it may be on the video. It may not be. I did a walkthrough of most everything. I think I covered everything but the actual food court. There was a big food court on one of the floors. I'm not sure which floor it was, but there was a big food court there. And I just went by the beginning because there were so many people in line. I was like, this is not happening. I was still sick. And yeah, so it didn't work out too good. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. Cut it kind of short. 30 minutes is plenty long for you guys to listen to me ramble. I wanted to explain because I had a subscriber request for the difference between a tourist visa, visa exemption, and a visa extension in Thailand. I certainly hope that I answered those questions. If not, feel free to leave them in the comments. Feel free to message me via Facebook Messenger. Whatever you guys need, just let me know, and I try my best. Chris, I slept the best. I don't think you were here when I said this. You said enjoy your new mattress topper. Man, I slept like a baby last night. I woke up with no back pain. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. But thank you. I definitely enjoyed it. Paul, have a nice. You have a great week as well, man. Thank you for your comments both in the chat and on the channel itself. Wonder, good night, man. Tommy, been to 5 times, never had any problem. Yeah, I haven't had a problem since I've been there either, man. And hopefully I never will. Chris, good night to you, sir. And please tell your wife I said hello. And to everybody else listening and watching, I will have another live stream tomorrow night with a different topic. That live stream has been sponsored by a subscriber, and I'm going to do some research for it. I will be putting out a Spreaker, which is basically a little podcast, a mini podcast tomorrow about midday. You guys can chime in with your help for the topic if you would like to, but I encourage you guys to come back. Hey, 180, greetings to you, sir. Jim, thank you for listening, man. I'm more than happy to provide the information for sure. But hopefully you guys can come in tomorrow night. We'll do the chat at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night, because that seems to be when more people can come around. And we'll start at 7:30. We'll talk about, we're going to be talking about dental care and the best places to get dental care in Hua Hin, or Hua Hin, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and Pattaya. So that's what's going to be going on tomorrow night. If any of you guys have ideas on that or have experience with that, please feel free to come into the chat tomorrow night and let's talk about it. Otherwise, everyone have a splendid day, afternoon, or evening, and I will talk to you soon. For those of you that contributed to the channel today, my heart goes out to you. I really appreciate it, and I cannot thank you enough. Everyone have a great night. Bye-bye.